Oh, say does.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, DA. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Plumlee, and it's man in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, the post pairing forms Smith along with Şengün. Kevin Porter is out there with Richardson, and it's Martin in at the 3 spot. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Tip-off goes to Houston. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by George. Richardson, good.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Now George really played well against Houston in his last outing. Rebound by Smith. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Richardson attacking. Oh, and the jam by Richardson.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
yes.
That's for sure. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And here is Los Angeles now. The Rockets making the shot. Here's man. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Porter kicks to Smith. Crosses over. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but well, he sure muscled that one in.
And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range, so great bloodlines.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
Leonard, no luck. The Rockets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Smith, the pass to Porter. Martin with the screen for Porter. Smith wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-'90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Passes it to man. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we've always known Paul George could be a high flyer. Woo-hoo, that was nicely done.
Porter passes to Smith. Richardson outside. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Şengün. Buries the 7-footer.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Mann. The Rockets making the shot. Leonard inside. He's against Martin. That one goes in.
But Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
Porter kicks to Martin. And some nice passing there by Houston. Richardson the pass to Porter. Martin with a screen on Covington. Nice shot by Smith.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. Pass to Mann. For three, Covington off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Robert Covington has put in the time to make himself a long-distance threat.
Richardson against George. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside, George. Elbow shot is on the way. He can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Houston. From deep, Porter pulls it in.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Richardson, takes the three. Richardson missing again. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard with the ball. Outside, George. Here's the three. That doesn't go either for George.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Richardson, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Martin against Leonard. Plumlee sets the pick for Leonard to the paint. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Leonard. An exciting rookie class this year as always, Doris. Just how big an impact could this new injection of talent mean as the season really gets going?
Obviously, it has to play out. It's too soon to say exactly. But what we know unequivocally is one key draft pick can dramatically impact a team's success. So with any luck, some of the teams have absolutely acquired season-altering players.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring. The Rockets shoot their third free throw shot of the game.
And one of the weaker areas for this group. Only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
LA's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Highland passes to Gordon. Down low. Zubac kicks to Gordon. A three from Leonard. The shot, no good. And so it's Houston cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll return shortly. us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
They've got Smith. Richardson is out there with Green, and it's Garuba in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here is Smith. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Mann. He had 19 points in the win against Houston.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And they pick up 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard, the pass to Mann. And the Clippers miss again. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Terrence Mann. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Doors for an opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs. Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate meant the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, thank you very much. The Rockets are in a full rebuild, and they have a young roster which is taking its lumps. But Coach Stephen Silas says, we very rarely give up. This team has a lot of fight, character, and grit, and we are learning. Kevin, it's a long process, but it's worth doing.
Yep, no shortcuts, David, but the journey is the reward. They're building from the ground up. It's fun to watch, and we thank you for that story. And Smith slams it home.
And add that one to the highlight reel. Wow. Jabari Smith.
Clippers have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Mann passes to Gordon. That misses off the backboard.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Smith for 3 and another 3 for Houston.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Mann passes to Gordon. It's deflected.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
It's Richardson on the wing over Gordon. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 14 points for the great.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. There's Gordon with the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. The Rockets making a switch here. Şengün's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Plumlee comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Gordon. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's George. No good again that time.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Left side, Leonard. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Houston the other way. Green in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. Green dishes to Smith. Oh, and the jam by Richardson.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith. You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Over Smith. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Outside for Martin. Richardson outside. For three, Smith. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good. Leonard.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by Houston.
Now here is Martin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From deep, Green. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Leonard on the wing. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
And the first one at the line is good. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell.
A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 19 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The pass to Highland. The 3. Rockets with the rebound. Richardson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Porter dishes to Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. Covington a screen on Tate. It's Powell with the drive.
How about that vertical from Norman Powell off the deck? Give him a window to drive it and finish. Yes, sir.
Richardson against Westbrook. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Powell. He's got 9. Passes to Highland. Back to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plumlee with the screen. The shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way. He's covered by Westbrook. Kicks to Richardson. Shoots over Covington. And Houston again with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Here's Highland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Westbrook wide open. He fires. It's good from long range.
Pre-shot preparation, right? The ability to catch and shoot is there for Russell Westbrook.
Porter passes to Richardson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Richardson against Westbrook. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Highland with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
Here's Highland. The Rockets making the shot. 1:02 left now here in the second. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Westbrook again missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Houston. And he dunks it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Highland passes to Powell. Covington a screen on Tate. Outside Covington. And it's off from three-point range. Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Houston moving the ball around. On the wing, Porter. He has 7. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 9.
And each year, Porter just becomes more efficient and more deadly.
Outside Westbrook. Will it go? It's Powell on the wing. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Houston with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Out in the East, James Harden.
TBM, triple-double machine, James Harden, one of the premier stat stuffers in the game. Not surprising that he takes home this award, but at this point in his career, individual accolades does not matter much. He wants the championships like what I got. You got one too, Kenny. Oh, you got 2? Yeah, that's right.
And now let's talk about the first half we just watched. A fantastic performance for the Rockets.
They've got the defense seeing double. Quick ball movement. Defenders are a step behind. It's no wonder this lead is probably insurmountable.
Inside, outside, dink, dunk, swing. I'm dizzy. That's why I'm about to drink some of this shake.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the great.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Plumlee out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the 1. Here's Richardson, and it's good for 2. And that's 31 points for the great.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Man passes to Leonard. Here's Man, guarded by Porter. Leonard against Tate. Right at the free throw line. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 7.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Right side, Porter. Back to Richardson. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And George gets it to go.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Timeout called the Rockets. GA, the Houston Rockets, coming off back-to-back losing seasons, and that has been tough for that franchise and for the city.
And Kevin, no doubt it affects the team's morale. It's hard to find the positives and see the road ahead, but listen, you got to stay strong and focus on just getting better every day.
Green is checked in for Richardson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is substitution on the court. Pass to Mann. He dishes it to Gordon. Out left to the wing. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Clippers third.
Last year, they were so good at generating open looks from distance. That's why their three-point shooting was so high.
Houston's gotten all four of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Timeout called the Rockets. Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. So it's the Rockets now. Left side, Martin. Pass to Şengün. He kicks it to Richardson. Leonard brings the double team, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Terrence Mann.
Russell Westbrook.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Smith against Leonard. Over Smith. And it's Leonard missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Richardson, and Richardson slams it in.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here are the Clippers now, following the score by Houston. Bounce pass from Westbrook. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Leonard's gotten 4 shots to go in 12 attempts. Martin the pass to Richardson. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard inside. He's against Smith. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now, here is George. 13 points in the game. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And now, let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Clippers, Nicholas Batum, Norman Powell, Bulls Highland.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Then on Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, It's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now, here's Richardson. 37 points for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Now, here is Martin. The pass to Smith. Outside, Martin. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. Powell pulls it in. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Now, here's Richardson. He has 40. Now a timeout called by Houston. Making a change here. Green's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Houston?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now, here's Richardson trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. And that one, good. Şengün's got 6.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And he hits the first of 3. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And he nails the 3rd.
Pretty incredible to think that Russell Westbrook made the triple-double somewhat routine. The ability to fill up a stat sheet like few others in the history of the game. Incredible, guys.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Covington setting the pick for Westbrook. Pass to Highland. This one for 3. The Rockets pull it in. And here is Green. He's got 9. There's the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Now here's Covington. He has 6. To the inside, Highland, and they'll get another chance. Makes it off the glass. Highland's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Richardson. Here's Green. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
For the Rockets, Richardson, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Josh Christopher.
At the line, shooting 1.
Richardson is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Kaminsky. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Nobody near George. No good on the 3. And here's Houston. They double him with George. It's good. Richardson's got 42 in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Pass to George over Richardson. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Porter with the ball for the Rockets. There's the lob to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Tate finds Porter. Here's Richardson. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Richardson's got 17 now, just in the second half.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Outside for George. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 48.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Covington, a screen on Richardson. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Timeout called, the Rockets. Doris, the NBA keeps talking about the idea of an in-season tournament, taking a cue, I guess, from European soccer. Do you like that? Do you think it would work?
Well, the European soccer situation has the advantage of tradition and history. There's meaning behind it. Obviously, I'm open to a little drama in the middle of the NBA season. The challenge is convincing the players and their representation, the Players Association, that this is something of value.
Substitution on the court.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Mann. And he banks in the layup.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
George with the ball. Now Green defending. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Paul George.
Take a break. Take a break.
At the line.
2 shots.
For 2.
that free throw good from George.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And the Rockets making a change here. Garuba's checked in. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Şengün's checked in for Richardson. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Substitution on the court.
And Los Angeles guys shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Pass to Leonard. No good on that one. Smith with some nice D. The Rockets have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
Westbrook kicks to Plumlee. Outside Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Inside. Over Martin. Leonard, no luck.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Kevin Porter's checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Gordon's. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Now here's Westbrook. There's a minute 40 left here in the fourth quarter. Now the feed to George. 6 to shoot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1, 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the great.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Richardson following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Richardson against Westbrook. Releases. And another one.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. George looking around. Count it.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Another one goes. Incredible. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense He just can't miss.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.